Good morning, and welcome to the studio of Opening the Door to the Unknown. I'm your host, Dr. Clark Schmidt. I'd just like to thank those who have come and visited my channel and looked at the chapters for Book 1 on the meditation, on the reincarnation, on the introduction, all of the 12 chapters. And I hope that you come back as to view Book 2. I think that you're going to find it a little bit amazing what I'm going to be talking about. I'm not into the metaphysical anymore, and that's the reason why I'm wearing this particular hat. This is my investigating hat for UFOs. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in Book 2. Each chapter will be on a different subject on UFOlogy. It could be on MIBs, abductions, my personal experiences throughout the years. But I will not be talking about Roswell. Roswell, to my thinking, is what I call a dead cell. The energies are just not there like they used to be when we heard about Roswell going into the late 60s. And from there, everybody was talking about Roswell, writing books on Roswell, theories on Roswell. And so, like I said, to my way of thinking, it is a complete dead cell. Just like if somebody would go ghost hunt, ghost researching, ghost chasing at a haunted house, but the house isn't haunted anymore. Because the energies are just not in existence, and that's the reason why I call it a dead cell. It's just like a battery. Battery is a cell. After a while, what happens? It has lost its energy, and it's pretty hard to recharge. So what do? You take the battery in, especially if it's a car battery, and replace it by finding a new haunted house. But like I said, I feel is that UFOlogy is a fun subject, and especially if you're going out. Especially if you go out at night to do sky watching to see if you can see or pick up a UFO. And right now, in 2016, it's not that hard. I understand is that there's been a lot of sightings, not only around the United States, but in Mexico and Honduras and just about any place in the world where there is classified a large population. Okay, but what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get more into the history of ufology. I'm going to be talking about the professional groups that sprung up back in the early 50s. In fact, I belong to one. Back in 1967, in fact, and that will be in one of my personal experiences, which will be coming up shortly. But like I said, is that I'm going to be talking more of the history. The history of UFOlogy, I feel, is more interesting than Roswell, okay, or Area 51. Area 51 again is classified, what I classify again as a dead cell. Because I think is that 51 has become decombobulated, has gone off the radar, and that everything was moved to Delcy, which is just on the other side of 51. But like I said, so again, I have to reiterate is that Roswell and 51, to my way of thinking, are again dead cells. And that's the reason why I feel that the history going back is more interesting than what's going on today. Especially with the people who have become involved in UFOlogy. And there has been many people. Just let me mention just a few who I'm going to be talking about. And again, these are just a few of the names. Okay? Ray Parker, Frank Edwards, Albert Bender, Jack Brewster, who was a relative of mine, George Adamski, John Gray, excuse me, Edgar R. Gerard, James Mosley. Oh, he was a fun one. He was a fun one to be around. George Hunt Williamson. Frank Scully, Richard Schaefer, George Van Tassel, and many more that I'll be mentioning in this series. And each name is unique in the field. Very unique in the field, like John Mack, for an example. One more, just real quick. Trying to think. Well, myself. Okay. Anyhow, like I said, it's going to be a very interesting book. And like I said, each chapter will be different, and very interesting to say the least. All right. But again, I just like to say, I thank you for those who have come and visited my channel. And I hope that you found book one interesting, and I hope that you also learned something from each chapter. And that's the reason why that's one of the reasons why I created the chapters, is to get to get the true information out to the people. I feel that a lot of what I talked about has been misconstrued, that a lot of people, and again, this is my own opinion, a lot of people have embellished, and they just don't know what we're talking about. So I'm not out here creating these videos to make any money. You can take, there is no money involvement. I don't believe in that. I'm a teacher in the subjects that I convey, and I love doing what I love doing, and that's the reason why I'm doing them. Just like I said, just like I'm wearing my hat here, this hat has gone all over the United States when I was investigating sightings. And that's been going on since 1967, when I became a member of a particular organization from Florida. And of course, a lot of the groups that I remember, which I'll be talking about shortly in the different chapters, have gone out of existence. Besides, I think 3 or 4. But the 3 or 4, especially 2 that I remember, that I had dealings with, and also with a few of the and also with few of the members, I'm still doing a lot of investigating, and one is NICAP, National Investigating Committee on Aerial Phenomena, and also on MUFON. Between NICAP and MUFON is that I think that again, my way of thinking is that they're interchangeable. The only difference is that a certain gentleman is almost in complete control of MUFON. And I'm trying to remember, and I will be mentioning his name later on. I like to keep you people in suspense. That's the whole idea. Not for you to just to come back, but just to keep people in suspense. Just like if you're watching an old time murder mystery on Turner Classic Movies, or if you're reading a book, you might say, and you want to find out who was the murderer almost at the last page, and then you find out that you're completely wrong anyways, you know, which is a lot of fun as well. I've been up since 1 o'clock this morning. Haven't had any sleep, so I am a little tired right now. So that's the reason why I'm a little bit slower in what I try to convey to you as the audience or the viewer. So you have to excuse me on my part for this. That's anyhow. This is just, as you as you should have recognized by now, is just the introduction. And always have to have an introduction to a book. Gives you a little taste of what to expect within the pages, you might say. Okay. Anyways, I think is that you got the information now that you need. And again, this is what I classify as your channel. I created it, but it's yours. And the reason why I classify it as yours is because you come here as to look, watch what I have to say, what I have to show. And so that's why I call it, it's like your channel. You, okay? You also have the opportunity to write comments down below if you want. And don't be afraid. You know, I'm not going to bite your head off. If you don't like something, tell me so I can make it better. That's the idea. If I don't know that you know what you like or what you don't like, you know. So anyhow, this is all I got to say for the introduction. So be expecting the first chapter coming up shortly. I think that you're going to find it very interesting. And again, thank you guys for stopping in and watching the chapters from book one. I value that very much, and I hope that you enjoyed what you watched. And again, I hope that you did learn something by watching some of the subjects that I did talk about. You know, that's the idea. Is for me to send, especially like in book one, for me to give out the knowledge so a person can pick it up and learn. So they can go out and teach and give. And it continues on, and it continues on, and it continues on. Then everybody has gained, you know, something. Maybe not much, but they still have gained something. All right. Anyways, I'm out of here. I will talk to you guys later on. Right now, I'm going to try to going to take off my hat, and I'm going to go lay down for a few hours, and I'll create chapter one. It's going to be, like I said, it's definitely going to be interesting. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.